Hi everyone, I'm Doc Ken and welcome to Chapter 5 of the National Service Training Program entitled Social Development in the Community. So, what are the learning outcomes for this chapter? One is to explain the different dimensions of social development and identify the different steps in improving the general welfare and equality of life in the community. First, let's talk about social development in the community. Social development is about improving the well being of every individual in society so they can reach their full potential. The success of society is linked to the well being of each and every citizen. Social development means investing in people. It requires the removal of barriers so that all citizens can journey toward their dreams with confidence and dignity. It's about refusing to accept that people who live in poverty will always be poor. It's about helping people so they can move forward on their path to self sufficiency. So here we have five dimensions of social development. Just remember the acronym SERVE. S stands for safety, E stands for education, R stands for recreation and sports, V stands for voters awareness, E stands for entrepreneurship. First, let's talk about safety and introduction to disaster contingency and planning management. Understanding the community's actual or potential ability to withstand disaster through the presence of material and human resources that aid in the prevention and effective response to disasters is very significant. This will give you a picture on the ability of the community to deal with the hazards and their attendant impact. Safety and introduction to disaster contingency and planning management involve disaster preparedness during fire, earthquake, or other calamity that need immediate response from any trained civilians during emergency situations. Basic life-saving seminar, fire drill, and the like are some of these examples. Next, education. A community education program is a comprehensive and coordinated plan for providing educational, recreational, social, and cultural services for all people in the community. This involves enhancement of institutional support materials and facilities for the community and school, such as providing materials containing basic literacy skills for preschoolers, alternative learning system for out of the school youths and adults, mathematics and science tutorials, and extended services of skilled students. The aim of this is to equip communities with the skills they need to undertake the activities they wish to undertake. It is essential about educating communities or groups, not just individuals. Third, recreation and sports. Communities that participate in sports and recreation develop strong social bonds. The people who live in them are generally healthier and happier than places where physical activity is not a priority. Sports and recreations builds stronger, healthier, happier, and safer communities. This involve sports fests, parlor games for street children, and painting that enrich youth's capacities to relate with one another in the community. Fourth, voters' awareness. The right to vote is not just a right but also a duty and obligation under the Constitution. It is an important exercise of responsible citizenship. Voters' awareness involves the development of youth to become good leaders, responsible individuals imbued with good moral values, and an active agent of development of the community by choosing and deciding who will be the best suitable leaders in our country. This also refers to the awareness of the people on the different issues in the country that can affect their voting preference. And lastly, entrepreneurship and industry. In the Philippines, entrepreneurship is viewed as important to empowering the poor, enhancing production, and as an impetus to innovation. The 1987 Philippine Constitution recognizes entrepreneurship as an engine of economic growth. In relation to social development, industry and entrepreneurship include programs and activities that are vital to economic growth. CWTS students should demonstrate technical skills in the communities like meat processing, silk screen making, and how to establish small business. Every NSTP student should help or create a sustainable livelihood that can be useful to the adopted communities of the institution. With these steps, the concept of poverty in the community can be changed or lessened. For this video, I'll be presenting to you examples of each social dimension. Safety examples. Life-saving training. Basic life support training. Earthquake drill. Fire drill. School disaster management and contingency planning. Disaster risk reduction management seminar. Education examples. Preschool education. Education advocacy. Alternative learning system. Extended services of skilled students. Tutorials. Pushcart classroom. Examples of recreation and sports. Sports fest. Parlor games. Drawing and painting for kids. Examples of voters awareness. Youth empowerment. Advocacy campaign. Government initiative. School advocacy. Examples of entrepreneurship and industry. Wash product training. Silkscreen printing training. Meat processing training. Bag making training. Agricultural training.